Welcome to Galaxy Bound Podcast. We are finally back after a little bit of a break. This summer has been crazy for all of us, some more than others, as usual. But
one to blame.
I mean, I think it's kind of nice to take breaks every once in a while too. I do think we were getting a little burnt out, just with how much happened in March, April, May with Star Wars, and we were kind of going a little crazy with some of those. You know, we were doing the mall episodes and then movie coverage, and I did want to have one more episode in talking about the movie, but we didn't get to really do that, but that's all right. But we're here talking about Ahsoka Season 2 teaser trailer. We finally got it. Feels like we should have had this months ago, but the show got delayed. Originally, the show was supposed to come out pretty much like next month, I think was the original plan. Maybe it was even this month. It was supposed to be like early fall, late summer. And then it got delayed to January. So we finally got a teaser at D23 on Friday night. And it's a good one. It's a doozy of a teaser. I am so excited. We just rewatched it, so we have it kind of fresh in our minds. But if one of you guys wants to start out with your overall thoughts on the trailer, and then as normal, we'll just kind of pick and choose what we want to that kind of stood out to us.
I think it's exciting to see Anakin back.
Yeah, of course.
And seeing him in like a teaching kind of role to Ahsoka is just always nice, obviously. And then just seeing a bunch of like different types of fights again, I think it's going to be a good season.
Yeah, I thought the trailer itself was like visually intriguing enough to like pick back up the excitement for this. Because it's been delayed, and so you kind of like get a little bit discouraged of like, okay, like what? But this like fueled the fire for that again, and I think this is just going to be better than season 1 just by like looking at this trailer. And I hope it's not like one of those where it's like the trailer was like the most exciting parts of a movie or show. But I don't think that'll be the case. But it looks so good. Just like the nature of what is going to be happening in this season. We'll dive into like some of that, but like the plot and some like the side plots that look to be coming out of this is going to be like exciting. I'm like Spencer, like I'm excited to see like Anakin in that like teaching role, but from beyond, and like that's going to be cool. Yeah,
from beyond, and also like we're getting like just like before combinations of flashbacks and like modern day. He's actually like teaching. Or like, you know, walking alongside her through the Force, which is what everyone wants. Everyone wanted.
Yeah.
It's smart for them to do that now, of course, just because it'll bring in people that, you know, are maybe more casual, but they love the prequels, they love Anakin, and seeing him in a show that they might not normally have cared all that much about if they weren't like super into the Clone Wars, which is a lot of people, more than I think you would think, but
I saw somebody like tweet that they were like, this is like the perfect blend of Rebels and Clone Wars like together in like one live action thing, because you're getting like some flashbacks and stuff from like Clone Wars era and like their story together when they were both alive, and then you're also getting like the current day kind of like Rebels-ish era of quests and adventure.
Yeah, and even just bringing in the Night Sisters is a very Clone Wars. Like, that started in the Clone Wars, and we get to see Dathomir, and it looks like it's going to be kind of a big battle on Dathomir.
Yeah.
Even though, I guess, immediately going into one of my criticisms of the trailer is it does seem a little volumey. Which we've criticized projects before of just utilizing the volume too much, where it just feels so small. All the sets just feel too small. And I do get that a lot in this teaser. Pretty much every set looks really tiny, and then they just like try to make it look bigger with the screens in the background. Like,
Yeah.
on Dathomir, they use a lot of mist and fog, which is a very Dathomir thing. But when it's like that foggy and like the only thing you see is like immediately like within like a 50-foot radius, is a little frustrating. And they do the same thing on the scene where Anakin and Ahsoka are like in the forest, just like that small space where they're doing the lightsaber battle, and it's just trees, you know, as far as the eye can see. So that is my one criticism, but the sets look really cool. So as long as like they utilize it well, I'm okay with it. But yeah, it's cool to see the different pieces of the Clone Wars, like the Night Sisters and Dathomir and stuff.
Yeah.
And like seeing the like last season we saw their Clone Wars armor in the flashbacks, and this season looks like we're going to see new outfits from the Clone Wars. They're like snowy outfits.
Yeah, they're snow outfits. Yeah, like
and an Anakin snow outfit.
Yeah. Like literally the ones from like, I think it was as far back as season 1, right? Of the Clone Wars, where they're like on maybe it's not, maybe it's season 2.
What's that planet?
It's not, is it Teth?
No.
Or it's the planet where the Talls are, right?
Yeah, and
where all of them have their snow outfits on, and
with the blue people with like the markings on their face.
Yeah,
I forget what those people are called.
Yeah, but I don't think it was their planet. Yeah, the Pantorans.
Oh yeah, there you go. I think it's one of their moons.
Maybe, I can't really remember. We could look it up, but I'm not gonna bother right now. But I guess I could bring up. You know, let me see if this.
I got it pulled up. Teth was a jungle planet.
Oh, I don't know why. That was that.
Toydaria?
No, that was the very first episode with Yoda and the Toydarians. No, if you just search snow planets from Clone Wars.
Oh, here it is. Ordo Plutonia. Icy, desolate world shared by the Pantorans and the native Tals.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I would have never remembered that name.
No. Ordo Plutonia.
Maybe that's where the Ortolans are from.
Yeah, maybe.
We do see them on Hoth in the Old Republic game.
Yeah, weirdly enough.
Yeah, they don't look like snow aliens, like snow planet aliens. The Ortolans are the like Max Rebo, like the blue elephant looking things.
Yeah.
They wouldn't survive.
No.
See if I can share this window easily. Just to show these, what I was talking about, how like, it's just very, this is the forest where like Anakin and Ahsoka are, so it's like a flashback. And it's just like a very small space, and then it's just, the rest of it is just kind of like endless, so they can just make it look like it's bigger, but it's not actually bigger. That's just the trick that they've used for the volume since day one.
Yeah.
But I mean, for a lightsaber battle, I think it's fine. But this looks very similar to the lightsaber battle that Ahsoka did in season 1 with Marok as well. Like, it was a very similar. It wasn't snowy, but it was like a dark blue, like gray forest.
Yeah, it looks like the lightsaber battle between Rey and
yeah. That was
like almost identical forest.
Yeah, on Starkiller Base. Yeah. I wanted to point out that Thrawn, I feel like he looks better in this than he did in season 1. It feels like his skin. I mean, this is a hologram. Maybe I should find a better shot where there's a really good shot of him with the, like, on his throne. Where's that at? But I feel like his makeup was done a little bit better.
Yeah, I think he looks more natural, which is like weird to say about somebody that has blue skin, but like yeah,
I think this shot looks really good. Yeah, it looks more natural. Like his hair and the like tone of his skin and the eyes are like the pupils especially. Like that's something that was always criticized with when they brought Thrawn into canon in Rebels, where they like gave him, it's just basically like the eyes were normal eyes with just a shade of red over them. Because when we saw Chiss before, like in A New Hope, it was just pure red. But if they're gonna like go all in, if they're gonna go all in with this as like the canon way that Thrawn looks, I think this looks so good. Like compared to like his Rebels appearance.
Yeah. It's a good like blend of both.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. They even have his like forehead creases from Rebels, which I thought was interesting. I don't remember if they had that in season 1 or not. Maybe they did, but
I think they did.
You can really see it in this shot.
Yeah.
Oh, here's. I love this shot. This is Thrawn 100%. He's got a drink in his hand. Art. Yeah, he's got the like lizards in the back, which are like the Salamiri from Legends that he was obsessed with. That used to, in Legends, they would block force powers, and he would like wear them on his shoulders. That's not in canon because that's like super overpowered.
Yeah.
But they like pay homage to it, and they had it in Rebels too. But I love that they included that, just because I love any like nods to Legend stuff like that.
See, in this shot, he looks more blue than he does in the other shot, and maybe the other shot was just like the lighting is like really light.
The lighting, yeah. This looks like he's more in the dark a little bit. The other one was like the light was right on him. But such a cool shot.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. One of the things I wrote down was when he's like making his announcement, he's like he calls out the Rebel Alliance instead of the New Republic.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really good touch, because you could, on one hand, you could assume that he just doesn't know, because he's been gone for so long. He doesn't know that the Empire is gone, and so he assumes that it's still the Rebel Alliance. But on the other hand, you could this is how he was in Legends, where he refused to acknowledge them as like
anything but rebels.
Yeah, exactly. Like he refused to like acknowledge them as a government entity. Like they're still rebels to the Empire, and trying to save the Empire. My gosh, you have to pay.
Oh no!
To go past.
All right, so we'll just open up the call again when it does that. Freaking hate Google. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I kind of hope it's the latter, like he is like refusing to acknowledge them.
That'd be cool.
Rebels, just because that would fit his character so much more. But I love some of the shots of like the New Republic ships.
I think even the shots of the Star Destroyers look amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like so detailed.
Yeah, honestly, like even though I criticize like the volume stuff, like everything is top notch. Like quality, like this could be a movie, you know, like.
Oh yeah.
Like CGI.
Yeah, all the CGI just looks incredible. And all of the costumes and makeup and stuff, like the Night Sister that pops out at this.
Yeah.
Whoops. I love that shot too, above Dathomir.
Yeah.
But yeah, these Night Sisters look nasty in a good way.
Yeah, like terrifying.
Yeah. I guess this is Ahsoka's show. We should probably mention Ahsoka. I think her makeup looks really good too.
Yeah.
I think they get better and better at like getting her. I mean, I still would prefer longer horns.
Yeah.
But as far as like all of her like outfits and like cosmetics go, I think they get better and better at it.
Yeah.
See the B-wings, which was really cool. This the shot where they like use their lasers. And then I guess going to like the Ahsoka section where she's with Sabine and they're trying to figure out what Balin is up to. And they say that he's searching for a power to end all wars, which I thought was a very specific thing to say.
And Anakin says that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, we know something related to Mortis is gonna be involved with all of this. But a power to end all wars being searched by an ex-Jedi who has like admitted to like falling to the dark side as like a means to an end. To find this power is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side of that, Anakin also says that this is a trial. Like this whole journey is a trial for Ahsoka. He literally says like, I forget exactly what he says, but like, are you going to be a Jedi or not? It's a trial to decide if you're a Jedi or not. And I love that that's kind of like the flip side of what Balin is going for. Where he's deciding something similar, but he's going for power, whereas she is kind of going to not necessarily save herself, but maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of redeem herself.
Yeah.
You know, not that she really did anything super wrong.
No, I don't think she did anything wrong, really. It's just, other than just walking away from the Jedi.
Yeah.
But it's because of, there's a lot of reasons for that.
Which we're kind of exploring.
Yeah.
In the show.
But it is almost like she wants to be a Jedi, but she is like using some of her past to keep her from labeling herself as that. And it's kind of just I don't want to say nonsense. Like from not necessarily nonsense from like her perspective, but you know, like I think that's the whole point of this, probably the whole point of this season, especially since Anakin says that to her, like, are you a Jedi or not? Because you're being a Jedi right now.
Yeah. Basically giving herself justification of not being one.
Yeah, like just because you call yourself something else, like you're still
acting like
a Jedi.
Yeah, that's a good perspective. I like that.
But I do love that Anakin is the one that is like helping her along with this, because we're able to see Anakin be a master when we never got to see that in live action. And honestly, we didn't get to see it a whole lot in the Clone Wars either. A lot of his like teaching methods were like, watch me, instead of like, listen to me, which is like the opposite of Obi-Wan's teaching methods towards him.
Yeah, for sure.
For the most part. But now I feel like he's in his like listen to me era. But then again,
one thing
she can't watch it.
well, then again, if he's the one that's like showing all of these flashbacks, maybe he is still being that way.
It's just the way he teaches, I guess.
Yeah, he's just like, do you remember this? You watched me, but you clearly didn't take it in, so watch it again.
It's like watching game film. Yeah.
Yeah, watching the game film, yeah. You crossed over here when you should have crossed over there. I went down, you should have gone over.
One thing I liked in this trailer, which we also saw in the first season, was like the way Anakin's portrayed verbally is like slow, and like he just sounds like Vader. You know what I mean? Like Vader's like slow, and like when he speaks,
what he says is worth saying and important,
but like not a lot. And like Anakin's talking like him, which is cool.
That is interesting. We'll have to see if that holds true throughout the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, I think he is. It is like post Return of the Jedi Anakin, where he's much older, has a much more experience, obviously, just in life at that point. So yeah, that would be an interesting. I don't know if it'd be. I'm curious if Dave ever mentions that. I'm sure it was intentional, but I wonder if like anyone ever asked him about that.
Yeah, because like if you compare even just season 1 Ahsoka's Anakin to like Revenge of the Sith Anakin, like they're different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like every Jedi was kind of that way. Like Obi-Wan's a little bit that way too. Like episode 1 of the two of them, like Qui-Gon was the one that was like more calm, and when he spoke it was like one sentence commands or answers, or like,
oh yeah,
remember Padawan kind of a thing. And Obi-Wan was the one that was like, and then like Anakin was the same way in like episode 2 and 3, and now I feel like Ahsoka is the same way too. Like in season 1, Ahsoka, like anytime she spoke, it was like methodical, calm, thought out answers. She didn't say a lot, and it's like the maturity of being wiser and knowing like when to speak, why you're speaking, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Plus Anakin had so many years of being so lonely and alone, instead of like, so like, I mean, obviously when he was like in the role of Darth Vader, like when he spoke, people had to listen.
Yes.
But also just like his own like inner self, he's had a lot of time of like retrospective thoughts where he like matured a lot, even though he was like an evil Dark Lord. Like, I think the Anakin side of him still learned a lot from that era to now where he's a Force ghost. He can kind of use those experiences in a way that, like, compared to like if you just consider like when we last saw Anakin, he was still in his 20s, and then like this is not 20s Anakin,
Right.
Yeah.
even though it still looks like him.
So cool.
Yeah, that's a really good call out. I wanted to say I loved the shot of them, Ahsoka and Sabine opening the cave together.
Oh yeah.
I'll bring that up.
Very Rebels-esque.
Yeah, I mean, everything about this show is very Rebels-esque, but oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Just like the yin yang thing.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Another interesting thing to notice is Sabine's hair is longer. So, like, I'm wondering if there's like a significant time jump at some point. Like, maybe not at the beginning, but maybe at some point throughout the season, there's going to be a time jump. Which, I mean, judging by her hair, like, it doesn't seem like it would be that long. Like, maybe a couple months, few months. But that'd just be interesting, just because it seemed like this, like, especially with the Thrawn stuff going on, that it would be like, we need to, like, get, like, they're in the galaxy now. Ezra just got back, told them what's going on. He's gonna attack something, like, that's all we knew, like, back then, and now we know that it's probably Dathomir. And so that just seemed like it was gonna be, like, happening right away. But maybe there is some kind of time jump at some point.
Interesting.
I would assume it's gonna take them a while to, like, them and Balin finding whatever they're looking for on that planet. But I saw someone say, I think it was even Star Wars Explained mentioned this, that maybe, like, you know, Star Wars things are just sci-fi things. Maybe time is different on Peridia. You know, maybe it's like it's been 3 or 4 months on Peridia, but then in the other galaxy it's like been a day.
Oh
Yeah.
So that would be also very interesting, yeah. Because then it would almost seem like Ezra had been gone for, I don't know, 30 years. I mean, we see that's not really the case, but for an example. But then he comes back and it's only been 10 since he left. So that'd be interesting if that was the case and they addressed it, because a lot of times that is used as like an excuse later to explain something. Like, you know how like Tatooine like ages people differently because of the twin sons kind of thing. Like, that's usually used as an excuse, like, oh, that's why Obi-Wan was so old in episode 4. But if they actually think ahead this time with it and use that as part of the plot, I feel like that would be really cool.
Oh yeah. Kind of like Interstellar with like.
Yeah, it's
that'd
just
be cool.
like a
That
very
would-
like, I mean, it's grounded in reality, kind of like like space travel, and that is like how it goes. But it's usually not addressed in Star Wars because, you know, it's a fantasy world or universe. So
Yeah.
like, George Lucas never cared. Dave doesn't care. I don't care. That's part of the reason why I love Star Wars so much, because I don't care about that stuff. But it is cool when it's done well.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I have like a couple shots of Shin and Balin together, and it seems like they're gonna be enemies. Which, speaking of, like, Rory McCann, I feel like looks really good as Balin.
I honestly completely forgot about that. He looks identical.
Until you saw the trailer, or until you just now realized?
Just now, like, he looks almost just like him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did such a good casting job for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, the build of his, like, stature is, like, identical. I do find it weird that they didn't make his beard the same shade of, like, gray-white as Ray Stevenson's. Like, that would have been an easy thing for them to do, just to, like, help match it a little bit better.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think he's gonna be really good.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it seems like Shin and Balin are gonna be kind of at odds. There's also a scene. Okay, well, that's a great shot that I didn't mean to land on, but
Dang.
I love Ezra.
Yes.
I love that he's gonna be hopefully heavily involved. But he's crossing blades with the like Sergeant Enoch or something like that. The like lead night trooper.
Oh, yeah.
If it shows that guy.
Yeah.
He's got some kind of like Night Sister baton weapon thing. Maybe it's a sword.
Yeah.
Can't really tell, but that's
It's cool either way.
Ezra's outfit looks awesome. I love me a good jacket. There she is. Oh yeah, this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to bring this up. Like, a droid with, like, lightsabers is so interesting.
Yeah, so a lot of people have been, like, freaking out about this because we know that Huyang is, like, really, really, really old. And his droid design has probably influenced a lot of different types of droid designs. And so a lot of people are just asking, like, is this design what inspired Grievous's body that he went with? You know?
Yeah.
Because it's...
Maybe.
I mean, does it... I can't remember if it actually shows, like, him... Kinda does. Because he has always had those 4 limbs, right?
I don't know.
So I think it just makes sense for him to have lightsabers in all 4 of his limbs, but people are kind of freaking out about it. But I love that they're all yellow. And different shades of yellow too.
Yeah, I couldn't tell when I first watched that, but now that you've, like, freeze framed it, it does look like different shades of yellow. I thought it was all the same yellow in, like, live watching it.
Yeah, it looks like these, like, the ones that are, like, across from each other are the same.
Well, you think that's a callback to Ahsoka's green lightsabers? Like, her Shoto blade is a different shade of green than her normal blade.
I mean, I don't know if it's a callback to that specifically, but like just the fact that there can be other shades.
Yes, I saw somebody on, I think it was Reddit, I saw that they had one of the lightsabers in the forest fight is like a cyan green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that guy.
Yeah.
That we don't know about yet, but which I guess we should have mentioned that before, but no idea who that guy is, and that's a different lightsaber design than we've ever seen before. And a different color that we've ever seen before.
And Hu Yang is the guy that knows every single lightsaber design, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it's gone through the Jedi.
The Jedi, yeah.
Yeah. So for that guy, which we can go back to that. I can find it. Like at the beginning, right?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that's a different design with like the blade in between the two things, which is pretty cool. But
I'd be so afraid to like grab that.
Oh, I know.
Like if I'm using it, I'm like, ah!
Yeah. I feel that way about any lightsaber, honestly.
Yeah, that's true too.
But no, the current theory with this is like he's probably like a similar Jedi to like Pong Krell, who like kind of falls a little bit into the dark side with like, or maybe even like kind of like Balin, where they have like a reason for what they're doing, but they just go about it in the most like worst way. And so then maybe the reason they're showing this flashback is because this is one of the hangups that Ahsoka faces. Like, why are we going in and killing our own people when, you know, like maybe they had a point the whole time, or like, you know, there's got to be some kind of lesson to be had with this guy.
Yeah.
And
it's a cool color.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that they used like a completely new color, and maybe there's a significance to that. New color, new design. One of the things that Star Wars Explained said in his review of the trailer was a story that is in one of the comics from like the Star Wars 2020 comics that Charles Soule wrote about how Jedi lightsabers are generally like all the same design to an extent, and this is like Obi-Wan explaining to Anakin in like his early training of how like Jedi don't desire to use their lightsabers as like a weapon or to gain power or anything. It's for, you know, defense of the innocent, and so when you see people like this, I mean, we don't know anything about him yet, but presumably like keeping I don't know, like it all depends on the intent, but generally like if you're constantly trying to make something more lethal then I feel like the intention there is to be lethal and like to kill instead of in defense. And I mean, I can see this specific design being more defense, honestly, but just thinking of like, you know, like Kylo Ren's lightsaber, like that was, I mean, you could go into a whole bunch of different theories about that one, but even just like the double-bladed lightsaber, I mean, having two blades instead of one, even though we do see Jedi use that too, but it's all about the intent. And so I thought that was a very interesting thing to call back to, because that's something Obi-Wan was teaching Anakin. Like, yeah, you could have like a lightsaber with 8 blades on it, but why? You know?
Yeah.
Or you could have a droid with 4 lightsabers. But yeah, I just thought that was an interesting thing to consider. And maybe that's one of the reasons why this guy is being hunted down, because maybe he's like a lightsaber dealer or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, really cool. I love that color. Obviously, that's one of my favorite colors. And seeing that as a canon lightsaber color now, pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
What else? There was a shot of Shin activating her lightsaber and Balin. Oh, this shot of them in this little like chamber.
Yeah, that's very World Between Worlds.
Yeah, like straight up World Between Worlds artwork.
Yeah.
And that fits the theme of this whole show. I mean, she went through a lot of like ancient looking things that were like this, and they had to find that like star map thingy. So I'm wondering, I'm sure this is like inside that. Well, I don't know, because there's windows. I was gonna say maybe it was like in that temple that they opened up, but
I mean, maybe
those are mirrors.
Maybe. But you know how in Rebels when Kanan and Ezra open the temple and it expands into something else? It could have been the same thing here, where once they open it, it like opens up different passages and stuff.
Or like it does the same thing where it just like gets erected into the sky.
Yeah.
Oh, so that they could be like in a tower in the sky now with windows, but it almost looks like mirrors. Like they had to, like if you've ever played Skyrim, you've done the Thieves Guild, gotta line up the mirrors to unlock the thing in the middle, and this looks exactly like that. That's just on a smaller
I
scale.
feel like you have to do that in Jedi Survivor.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think Star Wars Explained mentioned this looks very much like Fallen Order and Survivor stuff as well. Yeah.
Yeah, those were always hard challenges. Just
Yes.
you like move one and then it like messes up the other 8 that you just set up. You're like, dang it!
Yep. I love me a good puzzle though.
Yeah.
Love seeing Chopper, and then we finally get to see this reunion, which is what everyone was really hoping to see at the end of season 1, with him coming back. But I'm just glad we finally get to see it. Especially people were worried he wasn't going to be in this because he was in the Mando movie.
Yeah.
But I was like, you can't just show him in the Mando movie and not have him reunite with his team and his best friend.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like him being in Mando was like an introduction. We're bringing this character to like the live screen.
Yeah, I agree. Sneak
peek of him.
I think we all kind of said that before. People are worrying a little too much that it's not going to happen, but Dave wouldn't let that not happen. Like, come on.
No.
Too beloved of a character.
Yeah, too beloved of a friendship too.
Yeah.
To not have that reunion. I just hope that he is a little more involved than just a cameo, but I would be content with just a cameo.
Yeah.
It was interesting seeing Anakin. Like, looks like he was defeated almost, but he has a look of worry on his face. that he's like, because then it shows this, like he's worried, like
young Ahsoka.
Ahsoka is like going too far with something. Which I think they made young Ahsoka look a lot better in this too than season 1.
Yeah.
I thought season 1 looked a little iffy. Like she was literally just like her makeup was just thrown on and the headdress was just thrown on, but this looks a lot better.
I agree. Also looks like her, whatever they're called, are longer.
Yeah, maybe. So it's a little farther into the Clone Wars. Yeah. I mean, we know it is because Anakin's hair's long.
True.
Yeah.
I just love the concept of like a Jedi also still using a blaster.
Yeah.
Which is very like, I mean, that was one of the reasons why I loved Luke so much back in the day, just because he was like, he did that.
Yeah.
And then like Kyle Katarn in the Jedi Knight games was like that. And then in Jedi Survivor, Cal is like that. You can have that stance that you can use. I loved that. But then just seeing that also as how Ezra and Kanan both were just like, because Obi-Wan was always like uncivilized or whatever, but if it does the job, then use it.
Yeah, for sure. I just can't wait to see Ezra do his thing.
I know. I just want an Ezra show.
I feel like Ezra is the saving grace of Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
Like he could be the big star.
He could be what Luke was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And the actor, Iman Asfandi, just loves being him. And he loves Star Wars. And that's just so nice. Not that like other actors haven't, but it's just, he just seems so joyful about it. And he loves getting in on the memes. He loves the whole Jabba the Hutt meme. With, like Ezra like pretending to be Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Also love Sabine using her full Mandalorian armor suit and her guns, and then you can see her lightsabers on her belt there still too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
But this looks like a crazy scene. Because you can see these like creatures that have like spikes on their arms.
Yeah, but they're like shaped like A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Monsters.
Yeah. Terrifying.
Their like forearms are like triple the length of their torso and back legs.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that's super scary looking. But it almost, now that I'm looking at it, I think they're droids. You might not be able to see, but there's like lines on the back here. And then there's like hinges on their elbows. There's like a circle. There's a circle right there. They might be droids. Especially
the one that's in there.
Right here for sure. This looks like
the one that's in the foreground closest to us.
Yeah.
Like closest to the screen in the bottom right hand corner.
I can see your mouse.
That it doesn't look like a droid.
This one looks like a droid.
Yeah.
Like there's lines on his back right here, and there's some kind of thing right here on both sides. These are also, yeah, I think they're droids. If you saw it on my screen, I think you would probably agree. You could see a little bit clearer.
Yeah, that adds so much more to the story, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna save a screenshot and send it to you later. But yeah, this thing looks different. in the foreground. He looks like he's got some kind of helmet on with like some kind of goggle thing right here. Oh, sorry. Right here.
Yeah.
And maybe some kind of like jetpack or something. But yeah, I mean, they're still on Peridia, so I'm interested to see. I mean, presumably they are. Like, is there... There's got to be like other people there.
Yeah,
But
another
they're just
civilization.
like people that Ezra didn't ever come in contact with. I don't know.
Maybe.
Very strange. Oh, yeah, she attacks Hu Yang. That's what it was. But I have a feeling that she's going to end up joining Ahsoka's side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a... That looks like a KX droid.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously cool to see more like space battles.
Spencer muted himself.
What? Oh, was it Mom? What'd she say?
Don't expose him like that. You can't have your mom on the back of the... Mom! I'm trying to record!
Recording a podcast! But no, it's good to see like as much like space battle stuff that we see in this. Like I feel like overall space battles have been like pretty scarce in the TV shows.
Which is dumb.
Yeah, I mean when we see them, they're usually pretty good, but
Yeah.
there's a lot in this teaser alone. So I'm hoping that means there's going to be like a pretty big space battle or two. Seeing like the B-wings and stuff. This is a cool shot. Maybe they aren't KX droids. I think they might just be like ancient droids like in that temple or something. They look kind of old. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know, they
Just
just...
some kind of guardian droids.
Yeah, guardian of that temple. So yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Yeah, everything looks really good.
Yeah, there's I think there's like everything that a Star Wars thing needs in this teaser trailer that is like presumably going to be in show, obviously, but it can hit all of the things that a good Star Wars story needs. And not that season 1 didn't necessarily, but maybe that is true. The pacing of season 1 was weird. And
Yeah.
I hope they that was Dave's first kind of like first try on his own for a live action where he wasn't like being handheld by Jon Favreau with like Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And there were a little rough moments here and there. Not that it was bad, but I don't think it was like I said, the pacing was weird. So I hope that this kind of cleans that up a little bit. I think a lot of it just has to do with editing as well. But so far this teaser looks like it's it's going to be really good, and I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I wish it was coming out sooner, but I think it's January 20th. And
it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, at least it's like January instead of like we originally were assuming it was going to be like in the spring.
Yeah.
So at least we'll get it right at the start of the new year. And so, of course, we'll be covering every episode. We don't know the schedule yet, but I can't imagine that they're going to do what they did for Maul. I think they'll probably try to stretch this one out. Because it's probably just 12. It's probably just 8 episodes.
Yeah, probably.
But I would really be happy if it was more. If it was 12, I would be thrilled.
Even if it was 10.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
For sure. Because I think originally the season 1 was just 8, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what we've been getting is 8.
Yeah, I'm so over that.
Yeah, it's like you can't even get to the juice until like 4, halfway through. You know.
Give me the main juice.
The main squeeze. I was gonna just pull up all of them and see. I thought Mando was 10, but I could be wrong. I feel like we've talked about this multiple times.
Yeah, maybe Mando was 10. I don't remember.
I think the only one that's not been 8
was 8.
is Andor.
Book of Boba was 7. Ahsoka season 1 was 8. Skeleton Crew was 8. Yeah, Andor was 12 each season. Acolyte was 8. Obi-Wan was just 6. But that was promoted as a mini series.
2 less episodes than their full series.
Yeah. Like what is a normal series at this point?
Dumb. These are all, in my mind, mini series with 8 episodes.
Yeah, basically.
I'm used to like 20 plus episodes for a season of a show.
I miss those.
Yeah, good old days. Which some of shows, like not Star Wars, but some shows are going back to that, little by little.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Ahsoka. We'll find out more about that schedule. We're only in August right now, so we still have a little ways to go, but we'll probably get like an actual full trailer closer to like November, maybe like Thanksgiving time. I'm like, because that was just a teaser, so we'll probably get like a full trailer, and we'll do another reaction to that as well. But since we saw that this was from D23 announcements, which wasn't even like part of the main stage announcements, which I thought was really stupid. Considering some of the other stuff they showed.
Yeah.
They also showed a teaser for the Starfighter movie that's coming out next with Ryan Gosling. And technically we weren't supposed to see it because it was only supposed to be shown in like the room, but it got leaked. I mean, like you mentioned when you were watching it earlier, it's like the entire room was recording it, so they all probably have posted it, and like the legal team at Disney is just working overtime trying to like make sure that those get taken down. But
yeah, I feel like if you were in 2026 at these like conventions and things, like if you are showing a room of people something and you don't confiscate phones prior to like going in, or even like meta glasses and stuff like that, like you just have to be ready that like anything you're showing these people needs to be okay eventually leaking to the public. Like it just like
yeah, that's what I don't understand why they bother doing that anymore, because it gets leaked anyways, and they're gonna show that teaser publicly probably in the next week or two or maybe a month. I think the longest we've ever waited for something like that was the Mandalorian movie, which was over a year. Then we finally saw that trailer, but like, if you're gonna show that many people, I get that they want to like keep it exclusive, so then people there can be like, oh yeah, I saw like footage, I saw like the teaser. But in this day and age, it's like, yeah, everyone saw it. Who cares?
yeah.
So we saw it
in my mind, I'm thinking, like, why wouldn't they want like their version shown?
Yeah.
Like the
best possible version, yeah.
Not like somebody's phone recording of the screen.
Yeah.
It's like
from like 100 feet away. Yeah.
Stupid. But other than that, like, it was a cool looking trailer, a good little like teaser. I like.
It was like teaser, like traditional teaser, where it was like literally one scene.
Yeah, it was a 30-second teaser video.
Yeah.
Like, if that. I don't even know if it was 30 seconds.
Yeah, but it was a good way to just show like the vibes of it. And I mean, we all kind of know like how Ryan Gosling is, and he's just playing his like normal self, but like that's a good thing. Like he plays that kind of character so well, just like the charming, like he's kind of like a Han Solo kind of character, but you can tell that he might have a little more depth to him. Like to like not spoil too much, but the name of the movie is called Starfighter, and so the scene shows the kid like seeing the Starfighter in a garage or whatever, and he's like, I've never heard of that model before, and Ryan Gosling's like, I forget exactly what he said, but he's like,
he says there's a reason for that.
There's a reason for that, like you haven't heard of it, and so then they like cover it back up, and he said it's the fastest like starfighter in the galaxy, which we've heard that before.
Ever made.
We've heard that before. That's a Han Solo thing. So like, I mean, the Millennium Falcon wasn't a starfighter, but like everyone thinks that their ship is the fastest in the galaxy. So I'm curious if that's how it is, or if it actually is the fastest.
Yeah, I think he said something about it being an Imperial model.
Oh, did he?
I think so. So.
But this is supposed to be like way after the Empire, way after the First Order.
Yeah.
But it is supposed to be like completely separate from anything we've seen. Like it's not connected to the sequels or anything. It takes place way after Episode 9. And so I think that's going to be a very, very unique experience for everybody. Even the logo kind of uses like the original Star Wars logo from like the 1977 release, where it was just called Star Wars. It has that as the new logo for it, where I guess Star Wars or Starfighter in the foreground, but it has like the classic logo in the background.
That's cool.
And I think that's probably just to signify, I mean, next year is the 50th anniversary of the original Star Wars movie, but I think that's also just partly to signify like going back to the roots of like telling a new story, just like the original Star Wars did. So I think that was a kind of cool strategy for the logo. Or maybe they just really liked it. I don't know. They just want to like be nostalgic. I could see Sean Levy doing it either way.
Yeah.
But Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling both seem really excited for this movie, and I like seeing that. I've watched a few panels that they've done, both at D23 and I think they were at Comic-Con and Galaxy Con, And just every time they talk about the movie, like they both are just super excited about it, and that just makes me more excited about it. Not that other creators aren't excited about their movies or shows, but just like when it's
sometimes they're not.
When it's someone new coming in,
yeah,
like he's never made a Star Wars movie before. Ryan Gosling's never been in a Star Wars movie. Just to see that they are like as excited as they are, just makes me more excited. So
yeah.
So yeah, we could wrap up there. I just wanted to mention a little bit of the Starfighter thing, even though that's not what this video is going to be titled. And we couldn't get a full episode of the podcast in multiple topics. But hopefully we can soon. I think summer's slowing down, so hopefully we can get back in this studio. You can see behind me. It's just a blanket. The studio up here is a little, I mean, the studio itself is the same, but I moved my desk. And the studio is getting dusty. So we need to use it. I haven't touched it since last time you guys were here. I mean, the microphones aren't even set up, and I don't know, it's weird. But I moved my desk because I just wanted to change. So now I'm up against the window wall.
Okay.
And so I have the, what is it called? It's not a blanket.
Screen? Backdrop?
Curtain?
Backdrop curtain. Yeah, I have that behind me. So then it still works. We can move it around and stuff, but anyways. We can figure out when we're wanting to do that next, later. When the fair is done and we're into sleepy September.
Yeah.
So, we're supposed to maybe hear about the new Jedi 3 game at some point, but if we haven't heard about it now, I don't know if it's happening this year, but we are getting Zero Company and Galactic Racer. So we have 2 games coming out within the next 2-3 months. I don't know if I can't remember if I'm sure just the Racer one has multiplayer.
It does, yeah.
But either way, one of us or multiple of us will be playing both of those games, and we will talk about them on the podcast as well.
Yeah.
So that will be, since we have nothing else Star Wars to talk about as far as new stuff, that's going to be the news. Other than actual news, if we ever get any. Other than that, we'll do our regular, we'll figure out topics to talk about and stuff. So. All right. We will see you next time.
You are listening to Galaxy Bound Podcast. We do monthly episodes talking about all things Star Wars. We'd greatly appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe or follow us on whatever platform you are watching or listening from. It helps us grow and reach more people. You can follow us on social media on basically every platform out there at Galaxy Bound TV, or check us out at our website at galaxybound.tv for links to them all. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.